There is a place on Earth more silent, more frozen, and more mysterious than any other. A land so remote, it remained blank on ancient maps for centuries. This is Antarctica, the last frontier, the coldest and most isolated continent on Earth, but beneath its endless sheets of ice lie clues, structures, and remnants that may rewrite everything we think we know about Earth's history. Twice the size of Australia and larger than all of Europe, Antarctica is home to 90% of the world's ice, and yet, it is one of the least explored places on the planet. As scientific tools advanced and our reach extended into this frozen wilderness, strange anomalies began to surface, from ancient maps that depict the continent without ice, to satellite images revealing perfectly geometric shapes. Antarctica has transformed from a blank white space into a landscape of intrigue. For some, it's more than just snow and silence. Whispers of forbidden research zones, unexplained structures, and lost civilizations have added to the continent's mystique. In this documentary, we dive deep into the stories, the myths, and the evidence, and explore why Antarctica may be the most mysterious and misunderstood land on Earth. The pyramid in the ice. In 2016, satellite images captured over the Ellsworth Mountains drew global attention. Hidden among the snow was a peak, unlike others, with 4 sharp faces and a pointed top. It looks strikingly like the pyramids of Giza, located in the southern Ellsworth Range, not far from the Patriot Hills research base. This mountain stands over 4,150 feet tall and is clearly visible in aerial views. Geologists explain that it's likely a nunatak, a rocky mountain peak that protrudes above a glacier or ice sheet. Over millions of years, extreme cold, heavy winds, and cycles of freezing and thawing may have shaped the rock into sharp, triangular sides. This process, known as freeze-thaw weathering, is common in alpine environments and can result in surprisingly symmetrical formations. The Matterhorn in the Swiss Alps is a famous example, but the Antarctic formation remains unique. Most natural peaks have 1 or 2 flat faces, not 4. Its near-perfect symmetry has led some independent theorists to suggest it may be more than a mountain. Could it be an ancient pyramid, buried under the ice? That idea gains traction when compared to ancient pyramid designs across Egypt, Peru, and Mexico. Wide bases, sloped sides, and celestial alignments appear across cultures and continents. Did early civilizations share a common source of architectural knowledge? Or did they independently choose pyramid shapes for structural and symbolic reasons? The same theory surrounds the so-called Bosnian pyramids, where some claim large hills conceal man-made step structures. Though mainstream archaeologists reject this idea, supporters argue that smooth slopes and geometric angles suggest design, not nature. Now, similar questions are being asked about Antarctica. Satellite images reveal other nearby formations with flat sides and aligned corners. But exploration is incredibly difficult. Antarctica is buried under over a mile of solid ice in some regions. Only a small portion of land is ever visible. The extreme weather, remoteness, and international treaties make detailed research nearly impossible, leaving many mysteries trapped in the ice, the doorway, and the steps. As imaging technology improves, even more anomalies have been detected. In East Antarctica, satellite images show a large rectangular opening on a rocky slope, surrounded by snow. The sharp edges and clean lines of this formation make it stand out. Some estimate the doorway is tall and wide enough for an aircraft to pass through. Glaciologists suggest natural causes, such as shifting ice, melting patterns, and wind erosion could create such shapes. As ice moves around rocky formations, it may leave gaps that look geometric. Others believe the opening could be the exposed top of a ridge, revealed as surrounding ice levels recede. Then there's the cave entrance spotted on a southern island, nestled into a snow-covered mountainside. What surrounds this cave is even more curious. At its base, dark horizontal lines appear parallel to each other, spaced evenly like a staircase. This step design is difficult to explain through current geological models. While some suggest these might be remnants of uneven melting, their precision raises other possibilities, even more mysterious. These formations seem to appear and disappear with changing seasons. Some years, they're clear and visible. Others, they vanish beneath snow only to return later with slightly altered shapes or details. A lost world beneath the ice. Yet perhaps the greatest mystery of Antarctica isn't what lies above the ice, but what lies deep below. Long before it became a frozen desert, Antarctica was warm, green, and alive. In 1912, members of Robert Falcon Scott's expedition discovered fossilized leaves near the Beardmore Glacier 500 kilometers from the South Pole. At first, scientists dismissed the find, but later studies confirmed the leaves belonged to ancient beech trees. On Alexander Island and the Antarctic Peninsula, researchers uncovered upright, fossilized trees still rooted in the soil they once grew in. These trees, now turned to stone, stood up to 7 meters tall. Surrounding them were layers of ancient pollen, leaves, and organic remains, evidence of temperate rainforests that thrived over 100 million years ago. Back then, the Earth's climate was much warmer. Temperatures in Antarctica averaged between 55°F and 70°F. There were no long, freezing winters. Evergreen plants, ferns, and conifers thrive even during the months of polar darkness. More recently, sediment samples collected off the coast of the Antarctic Peninsula confirmed that tundra vegetation covered the region just 12 million years ago. The shift to a fully frozen continent wasn't sudden. It was gradual. Some areas remained ice-free for far longer than previously believed. This opens a tantalizing question. Could early humans or some pre-human civilization have lived in Antarctica during these warmer times? Mainstream science firmly says no. Humans have only existed for about 300,000 years. The Antarctic ice sheets are at least 14 million years old. And yet, questions linger. The Piri-Reis map and lost knowledge. One of the most debated pieces of evidence is the Piri-Reis map, created in 1513 by Ottoman Admiral Piri-Reis. This partial world map shows detailed coastlines of South America and a mysterious southern landmass. What's striking is that this landmass appears to match the shape of Antarctica, not as it looks today, covered in ice, but with a visible coastline resembling its actual geography. Supporters believe that this accuracy would have been impossible in the 16th century without access to ancient source maps. Historian Charles Hapgood believed the map could have been based on records from a lost seafaring civilization that mapped the Earth thousands of years ago, including a then ice-free Antarctica. Though criticized by academic circles, his ideas became widely popular in books and documentaries. Hapgood speculated that the map showed Antarctica as it looked during the last ice age, somewhere between 10,000 and 4,000 BC, a time when, according to him, parts of the continent may have been exposed. Others argue the map simply reflects early theories of a terra australis, the unknown southern continent. Still, modern imaging has revealed something undeniably real, a vast landscape buried beneath Antarctica's ice, untouched for at least 14 million years. Using satellite data and ice-penetrating radar, scientists have mapped an area the size of Belgium filled with valleys, ridges, plateaus, and ancient riverbeds. This lost terrain may have once supported vegetation, maybe even animals during Earth's warmer epochs, climate cycles, and pole shifts. The transformation of Antarctica didn't happen in isolation. It was part of Earth's recurring climate cycles. Scientists know that our planet oscillates between ice ages and interglacial warm periods. The last major ice age peaked 20,000 years ago and ended around 12,000 years ago, ushering in the current warm era. During these cycles, the face of the planet changes dramatically. Green lands become frozen deserts. Oceans rise and fall. Species migrate, adapt, or go extinct. Antarctica's evolution from a rainforest-covered land to a frozen wasteland is a powerful example of this natural rhythm. One controversial theory suggests a different cause, a shift in Earth's crust, known as true polar wander or crustal displacement. This idea proposes that the outer shell of the Earth can move over the inner layers, rapidly changing the position of the poles. If Antarctica was once located in a temperate zone and then shifted toward the South Pole, it would explain the presence of tropical flora beneath the ice. Though this theory is debated, there is geological evidence of crust movement over time, in the form of displaced shorelines and tilted rock layers, adding mysticism to science. The 20th century mystic Edgar Cayce predicted that Antarctica would one day become green and inhabited again. He foresaw a global pole shift, rising seas, and lost lands re-emerging, including forgotten civilizations beneath the Antarctic ice, hidden lakes, ancient life. Beyond the theories and legends, Antarctica's most tangible secrets lie beneath its glaciers and subglacial lakes that have been sealed off for millions of years. The most famous is Lake Vostok, buried 4,000 meters beneath East Antarctica, hidden from sunlight for up to 25 million years. It is one of the most isolated environments on Earth. In 2012, after a decade of drilling, Russian scientists reached its surface, but the lake water, pressurized and ancient, surged upward and mixed with drilling fluids, preventing a clean sample. Still, the breakthrough was historic. Today, over 400 subglacial lakes have been identified. Some are as large as entire cities. Others fill and drain periodically, forming a hidden network of rivers and reservoirs beneath the ice. They stay liquid, not because of sunlight, but due to geothermal heat and the insulating pressure of the ice above. Expeditions to some of these lakes have revealed life thriving, complex ecosystems in complete darkness. In Lake Mercer, scientists discovered bacteria living without oxygen or sunlight. In Lake Enigma, strange microbial mats formed tree-like structures on the lakebed. Some bacteria formed colonies, feeding off each other, showing complexity beyond what was expected. As ice shelves collapse, more seafloor ecosystems have been exposed. In one area beneath the George VI ice shelf, researchers found corals, fish, sea spiders, and octopuses living undisturbed for centuries in pitch black. In another case, a large boulder on the seafloor, 260 kilometers from the nearest sunlight, was found covered in life. These discoveries show that Antarctica is not dead. It's alive, just hidden. A red river in a frozen desert. One of the most surreal features in Antarctica is known as blood falls in the McMurdo Dry Valleys. From the front of the Taylor Glacier, bright red water flows through the white snow. This iron-rich liquid oxidizes on contact with air, turning crimson. It's a haunting sight, as if the glacier itself is bleeding. This strange flow comes from a subglacial lake, sealed off for millennia, whose briny waters harbor ancient microbes. It's a reminder that beneath Antarctica's lifeless surface, strange and alien ecosystems survive. From pyramids in the ice to staircases carved into mountains, from fossilized forests to lakes that hold ancient life, Antarctica remains the most mysterious place on Earth, and perhaps the most forbidden.